Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf Plays the Dragon Disciple, where I am here in the Ludendorff City Hall, where I arrived at the end of the last episode. And here we have the Chief of Police, and let's report what happened to the Chief of Police. Ah, so you encountered the dead muggers and walked away alive? Well done! The fewer of them there are, the better off our city is. So, I know there are those who feel otherwise. You've earned a bounty for your efforts. Enjoy it. If you wish to help us more, speak with Mayor Vogelhertz. Okay, I will find out what the mayor has for me. Alright, I was wondering when I was going to get my reward for the previous adventure. Prudent health of use magic device, unlikely. Warrior's boots of jump 8. As I said before, I have these feather falling boots, which look like they're going to need some repair at some point. Combat mastery outfit. Charming goggles. Well, I guess we'll take that for now. Now, first of all, let's check. Is this the mayor or is this somebody else? This is Hadia Ernithal, Heroic Chill of Ravenloft Saga. So let's see what she has for us. Lamornia is struggling with endless winter. Even worse, body snatchers profane the city streets. Mayor Vogelhertz can tell you what you can do for help. Very well, and tell me what needs to be done. Okay, body snatchers still profane the Lord's says. Talk to Mayor, and then talk to Ilona Burroughs to defeat the Dr. Victor Mordenheim. So it looks like that is the ultimate goal here. There are a total of 13 quests. I finished one of them, which was the previous episode. I would presume that at the end of this episode, it would have 2 there. And let's just see a list of the quest names. Beneath the city streets. Okay, the body snatchers are done. We have beneath the city streets. All this here. I guess that's the order in which I'm expected to do them. Usual things we have for sagas. So I'll presume I'll have a nice reward when I finish with that. Now I presume that this is the mayor, since we have the part 1 item there. Yeah, looks like the mayor type. Greetings, my friend! I am the mayor here, so I have the honor of welcoming you to Ludendorff, the finest city in all of Lamornia. I regret that I cannot offer you a warmer welcome, but these are troubled times. There's the weather, of course. It seems winter does never end. So this wasn't intentionally built in a winter wonderland then? Well, no. And then there are these gangs of body snatchers all over the place. They scour our city like a flock of grim vultures. I wish that we could be rid of them. Okay. Do you mean the dead mongers? I just had a run-in with those vermin. Really? How extraordinary. It appears that I stumbled across a champion willing to fight for our city. Okay, so the dead mongrels are the body snatchers, and they aren't... I was thinking, for example, that they were stitched together people, well, sort of like in a Frankensteinish way. I mean, that seems to be the parallel of this world. And plus, we had that place in Ravenloft in the last adventure in Sunrise, where you are going around below ground in the temple in there, and you had those stitched together bodies in there. Yes. Okay, let's see, where were we? Yes, really, how extraordinary. It appears to have finally stumbled across a champion willing to fight for our city. It warms my heart. Will you pursue those vile grave robbers, my friend? Many grieving families in Ludendorff will be grateful to know that the dead mongers had been punished. Alright, I will fight your body snatchers. To truly deal with the dead mongers, we will find out where they gather. I have asked my staff to pass on any information, and the city superintendent thinks that he should know where the body snatchers are. Talk to Erhard Gildemeister. He will explain the theory. Okay, I'll go to Herhard Gildemeister. Okie dokie. Yes. So, I'm sure. Ah, there he is. Nice and convenient check mark next to the chalice. Now, I think when I was first reading it, I think that they were saying dead mongrels instead of dead mongers, which is why I was thinking that they were an undead type rather than the body snatchers themselves. You know, there'd be a connection between the two types. Looking for the dead mongers, are ya? I can tell you where to find them. City and superintendent, everything the city workers see is reported to me. Every broken water main, every pothole, every broken street light, and yes, every report of gang members in places where they ought not to be. And what have you heard about the deadmongers? My employees tell me that the deadmongers often go to the city cemetery, which is odd. All the fresh bodies were robbed from the cemetery years ago. So why go there? Odder still, my employees say that the deadmongers enter the graveyard, but they don't always come out. I think I know what's going on. Rumor says that the deadmongers had a headquarters in the place called Dead Man's Crossing, but we never knew where it was. I think the entrance to Dead Man's Crossing is hidden somewhere in the cemetery. Unfortunately, I can't convince any of my employees to go there to check my theory. They say that they'd rather be fired than face the wrath of the body snatchers. Okay, I'll go to Dead Man's Crossing and confront the dead. That's the problem, is that they all... Yeah, I know. You probably don't have much choice in the matter, because if the entire... You know, it's like, are you going to fire your entire corps or something? Well, I guess it's time to head out. I am just to the east of the university, so I will head over towards that. I am to the west of the university, but the place where I'm going, the cemetery, is just to the east of the university. So if I had just turned west properly, let's see. Ah, there's the university. Oh, that bridge! That's right, because that's where I went down over here. So the mayor's office is right off the bridge that I decided, nah, I don't need to go all the way down there. Boy, was I wrong. Okay, so now I know how I can get here without using a teleportation bottle. Let's go off this way, and I'll presume that we've got new incarnations of all these gangs. So I go through all it again because the... Okay, so this is the university. So the cemetery will be this way. Actually, it looks like I'm going to have to hang a left over here after I deal with these. And head over this way. And I don't think I have too far else to go in order to find that cemetery. And it looks like I am heading straight that way. It looks like it's not too bad of a... Oh, yes! Dead Man's Crossing. Beneath the city streets. Beneath the streets? We have arrived. Well, this is the graveyard.
You've come to this graveyard to find Dead Man's Crossing, where the body snatchers are set to congregate. Time to track down the leaders of the Deadmongers.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. so we'll deal with you. Oops. Hey, you! It looks like there are a few dead monsters. I would presume that if this is called Beneath the City Streets, that there must be some sort of crypt that will lead down underground. Hold on. There's a bird over here. A dire pestrel. How about a hot pestrel? Alright, there we go. Oh! Okay. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. Maybe one of these larger buildings? These... Hold on.
The door of this mausoleum is missing. Looking inside, you can see a ladder poking up from a hole in the ground. Apparently, Dead Man's Crossing can be found under the ground.
Okay, let's go to the underground. Let's see. Yes. Oh, right. I guess we could... head on this way. So, now...
A network of tunnels connects the basement to the buildings up above. No doubt they're intended to make moving goods around the city easier. But it seems the body snatchers have found other uses for the passages.
At least that's what they were used for before things really went out of control in the area. Okay. Oh, nothing here so far. Is this going to be a place for notes? No, that's just an adventurer's pack. What are these? These are... They're usually dead before I have a chance to read what it says on them. Oh. Okay, we'll go this way next.
This passage opens up to a large cellar, where some locals have set up camp.
Alright, so... apparently there's some people who just live here? What's the temple war? What's your temple wash? Wait, oh, what's your temple wish? Mine is for this damsel, the snow to end. I like to see clear skies and green sea grass. Boy, boy, I'm having trouble understanding your dialect. Sorry about that. Remember grass and trees? We used to have lots of them before we chopped them all down. Temple wish? What exactly is a temple wish? Really? Haven't heard of the legend? People say there's a temple way up in the Sleeping Beast Mountains that'll grant you wishes if you find it. Seriously! Apparently, there are dark powers in that temple. Make a bargain with the man. Hey, presto! They give you what you want. I'm sure there's a heavy price to it. I am going to find the place myself and soon as my head clears off a bit. No wonder I had trouble understanding you. Though the legend does also say that no one makes it up there alive. Maybe I'll be have another drink instead.
You hear an interesting rumor about a temple dedicated to dark powers hidden deep in the Sleeping Beast Mountains. It's said to grant your wishes, if you can reach it.
Lots of people use these tunnels. Those without other places to go, and those who don't want to be seen. Hey, stranger, you're looking for the deadmonger lady? Yes, I am. Oh, she just tore through here like all the ghosts of the uh, of the dead were hot on our heels. They went through the door to the north, probably scuttling off to their base. Deadmongers have a base in these tunnels? Thanks for the info.
Locals tell you they saw one of the body snatchers headed north. No doubt headed to the Deadmonger's base.
Asking questions like that will get you killed. This isn't the friendliest place to live, but it's warmer than the top side. You know, that sounds reasonable. Only a matter of time. Yeah, warmer than top side. No, that's why they're not in one of the apartment buildings, I guess. No wonder the manager had so much trouble. Well, then the fact that he was betraying everybody. Now, yes, I know I went east, but I wanted to explore this area before. Because I figured going north would be heading towards the boss. Now, I saw... Oh. That looks like a spider. A creepy crawler. Okay. Anything in here? Alright, you can go. You can go. You can go. So, the other side? I mean, in the previous adventure, I missed a complete... oh, not more of these things. A completely different area. Alright, a research diary. Okay, good. All that's done. Now, I suppose it's time to head off north. Oh, hold on. We need to go this way. Oh. Death Block Belt of Strength 3. I don't need the potion of water breathing because that's one of the advantages of being a Dampier is that we do not require breathing while we're underwater. How nice and convenient. Oh, let's see what we got here. Anything this way? Just these things. Okay, now. Let's see if I can get this right. You think you can open this? Yeah. That's right. I keep on thinking that he's going to open it, but no, he just unlocks it. Alright, there we go. And you? Lamornia Slumdog. And, oh! Secret door. I think I have true seeing from one of my racial skills. Is it a racial skill or... No, actually, no, I think it's a monk skill. Okay, danger. Alright, you two stay back here. And for one of these traps. Alright. Not that bad. Nice to have a good dexterity. Okay, so... Actually, maybe I even get to use my wisdom bonus on those things? I don't know, but I seem to be pretty good against the traps. Alright, well... Seems like this area is clear. Let's continue on our way. Now, I don't know whether that's a cough of get on your way or if that's a cough of I'm dying of some deadly disease.
You found another large cellar. To your surprise, this one appears to be set up as a tavern.
A tavern? Lots of people use these tunnels. Oh, yeah, yes, okay. Alright. This isn't the friendliest place to live. Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, it's a full tavern. Well, I suspect that I'm not going to have too much to worry about in the tavern, but there could be beyond. It wouldn't be the first adventure to have something beyond the. Oh. Well, let's continue on our way. Disha way.
You've arrived at what appears to be the main base of the Body Snatchers.
Oh.
It's eerily quiet.
What? If this is the main... Hold it. Dusty letter. Dusty spiders. Maybe the next room is where everybody's located. Well. Let's see what we got here. The letter. Don't step on the letter.
This dusty letter identifies one of the grave robbers as someone named Elise. Her main client seems to have been an unnamed doctor.
Elise, I find that I require more experimental materials. I found our last conversation most stimulating, so please deliver them to the castle in person. I look forward to meeting you again, the doctor. Now, I will presume that this isn't anyone I'm going to find in a TARDIS, and that instead that this is Victra. Victra, yes. Provide a bunch of grave robbers. Right. Okay, so I'm going to say the doctor is going to be Victra What's-Her-Face. Okay. Deathmonger Digger. Okay. And Digger and Excavator. Diggers, excavators. Slightly different, I guess. You. I got you there. Oh, there's another note up there. Do those excavators have any connection with the Boromar clan, I wonder?
According to this, there was so much demand for fresh corpses that the deadmongers quickly ran out of graves to rob. So they turned to a different method of getting corpses.
Notice
Murder.
Notice to all deadmongers. Demand is up and supply is down. If you can't find any bodies, make them. Fresh ones are worth more anyways, and we can't let the other gangs get an edge. Failure to meet your quota will get you in a private audience with me personally. Uthred the Pick. The Pick. Okay. Learn rumors of the locals. Looks like I got one more from that. Find their base. And find the underboss. I presume the Pick is the underboss. Hey, these things are well, if they were using these as a system of tunnels for transport, it looks like we are. Looks like we're definitely in their headquarters because this is certainly not the slums district. Alright. But since it's not the slums district, I can break a few boxes then. A warlock? Well, he wasn't very effective at being a warlock, if you ask me. Oh, I thought that was going to be someone I could speak with. Oh. Okay, so let's open this. Really? He was protecting all of that for nothing? Alright, back in the large room, we could try heading upstairs. Is there anything up here? Ah, there's a... Yeah, there is an entire crowd here. You know, throwing magic missiles at me is an easy way to be chosen as the target for my bite. Go. There you go. And you go. Alright, that is it. Hold on, there's another note here.
This note appears to be an order to have bodies delivered. It carefully omits any specifics about the client, but the envelope next to it bears the seal of Ludendorff University.
Uthred! Another batch of bodies is required so that we may continue our research. Deliver them to the usual place in the usual way. Payment will be based off the quality of the goods, of course. You find an envelope next to it bearing the seal of Ludendorff University, which is pretty close by. So, there's a regular demand for corpses. That's problematic. Yeah. This is not exactly what I'm going to be calling a festive place to live. Well then, backtracking some more. Actually, I missed a side room from here. So let's go inside. Looks like I missed an entire corridor. Okay, first here. The shrines. Ooh, and a pool. Anything in here? Probably some sort of optional involving going underwater. Well, an opportunity to put my ability to breathe underwater to a test. Oh, okay. That's a moss patch, I would presume, for those who do need to breathe. Okay, I was wondering, is there anything actually down here, or am I just doing this for no reason? I mean, it's pretty deep to be just a well. Well, actually, I suppose just a well might be a bit... You know, it could just be a water source. And not anything that one particularly needs for the dungeon. Alright. I guess I will not worry about that. Whatever it is, it's probably something that's optional rather than something that's mandatory. Okay. Oh. Alright, let's check this place now.
The Deadmonger turns to face you, annoyed.
You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? Time for you to get what I gave old Schmidt. Well now, guess you're better than I thought. But are you good enough for this?
The dying body snatcher gasps out.
Don't let them take me.
Don't let them take me. I mean, she's gonna serve the same fate as all the people that, well,
You hear gears grind when the lever is pulled.
Alright, well, probably to some sort of important place. She's gonna find herself on one of those slabs soon. Okay, so we go this way. Well, that lever obviously didn't lead to there. So where to next? Well, this is past the big room and into this area. Oh, that needs 2 signal crystals to be open. So there is a way I need to go eventually. I just need to get the other signal crystal open. And another excavator. And more of these guys. Okay, this way. This area's not.
Keening wails fill the air, and a terrifying form appears.
Okay. I'm assuming that this thing's gonna need ethereal, so.
The wailing falls silent as the gallows speaker discorporates.
Alright, well. There we go. Well, that was nasty. Ooh. Wanda bears endurance. Bleak conductors? Okay. Weird material components here. Guess I'm gonna have to throw those into my crafting bank area or something like that. Okay, now there's another corridor. Leads to the north. Oh, rats. Right? That's hard. Actually, spiders. Ah! Well, I'll get some rest and double them back. Now this way should be to another intersection. There's still a few intersections that I haven't explored completely. Oh yes, there are. Mission ways this way. Oh. Prototype servitor. Prototype. Okay. Prototypes. That's chilling. As if this weather weren't chilling enough. There we go. Some just don't know well enough to leave alone. Next room. How many doors can they make me pass through? Oh. Interesting. So at some point I opened that up. Okay, well, you know whose turn it is. Ooh. So nice. Oh, okay, this way. This way. I hear combat music. Those things don't last very long. This is, oh yeah, that goes to the usual thing. They're for flavor rather than anything else. So that was just there for the treasure chest, I guess. So, anything left? Oh yeah, this is. Did I? Looking for a dead monger? Are you? I never cared for those myself, and I know everyone down here. They're so ghoulish. The only dead monger that I could stand was a girl named, well, Elise, I think it was. She was a decent sort. Didn't just talk much shop. Okay, Elise, huh? Do you know where I can find her? Oh, well, you can't. Not around here. Elise left some time ago. She went off to work with one of those scientific boffins. Now that I think about it, I also heard that she died. Probably not the dead monger you're looking for then. And I thank you, I guess.
You learn that someone called Elise used to be an important member of the Deadmongers. But people say she died some time ago.
Alright. Now, was there another... Yeah, this is a... that thing is barking there. Either that or there's something about to rip out of the ground. Oh. No, just rats. So. Oh, they came from the rat hole. Well, I suppose, yes.
A
Rats
surprisingly solid barricade seals off the path ahead.
Okay, well. I think that's everything. Actually, I think there's one more place way at the beginning where I haven't visited yet. Now, I know this can't be where the dead mongrels are because we know that they went north. But we did not go west yet. Oh. Is this just a... Just a poltergeist? Well, it doesn't seem like it's anything particularly useful. Alright, even more literally at the beginning. There's something around here. Something ubiquitous, like rats. Okay, now I've been everywhere. Except that means I missed a signal crystal somewhere. I didn't do anything to trigger that to open up, so that's not it. What about this burnt scrap?
You find a mostly burned scrap of paper. The in-text section mentions making deliveries to a service area loading dock.
Bodies can be delivered. Use the main loading dock. Payment will... A pity that most of it was burnt, but there's enough here to piece together another clue. Okay, so that just leaves to find the base, which I'm pretty sure is that way. And that's the last thing I need to do here, so I gotta find out what I missed. It turned out to be in one of the dorms.
With the second lever activated, the metal grate slides into the wall.
Okay, good. Oh. Ooh. How'd that get me on there? Okay, that gave me a ransack. Okay, good. I didn't need to destroy any of the ones in the slums. That was good to hear. No, that's not the one I wanted. We need... Was it... Did I go too far or not far enough? I didn't go back far enough. We have to... You know, one more of these switch back and forth. They have enough of these intersecting rooms that sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on. Now it's open! Yay! And I would presume that we're going to be getting to a boss fight soon. And we're going to have to deal with these guys. Hello. And you? No. No wizardry.
Judging by all the guards, you found the Deadmonger's base.
Yeah, that's pretty likely. Okay, good. Oh. Okay. Thank you for the blood. Okay, let's open this up. Even the top hat gets frozen. Alright, so... more of these. Here's a very interesting little bit that most of the D&D realms I've visited, because there are all these signs of electricity being very actively in use. So it's, and I just don't mean as lightning spells or anything like that. Electrical lighting.
The Deadmonger leader sneers at you.
Okay, well, I'll sneer back.
The beleaguered Deadmonger barks. The Deadmonger leader slumps to the ground. Now, he's just one of the corpses he dumped. You've defeated the Deadmonger gang, but you've learned enough about this place to realize that defeating one gang won't stop the trade in fresh bodies. If you can't end the supply, perhaps you can cut off the demand instead. Time to investigate where these bodies are being delivered.
Alright, that sounds like our next episode is going to be at the university. I took care of that gang, but I'm sure there are others. So you put a dent in the body snatcher population, eh? Too bad, they're like cockroaches. There's always more of them. Sounds like they're delivering the bodies to the university. I can't help you there. The university is much too posh for my lot. Better see whether the mayor can help you out. Alright, I will talk to the mayor on this when we return to the next episode of Piney Plays The Dragon Disciple. Ooh. I'll take that one.